Oh, the classic debate of the working mom versus the stay-at-home mom. Now, we are not here today to judge whether or not it is better for you to stay home with your children. Some families thrive with the mom in the home, and others thrive with mom at work. Either way, you can still be a great mom. However, if you have decided that you want to stay home with your children, we are going to make sure that you are financially prepared for this life change. We have a list of questions for you to ask yourself to see if you are financially ready to stay home with your kids. First, do you have an emergency fund that covers 6 months of expenses? Your family will be living on one income once you are staying at home. Make sure that there is a safety net in case there is a job loss or a family emergency. Once you have this money saved up, put it where you won't be tempted to touch it. It is there for that true storm of life that we, of course, hope will never happen. The second question you want to ask yourself is, do you make less than the cost of daycare? If you are making less than daycare costs, that makes the decision to stay home super easy. It can be expensive to put children in daycare. So compare your annual income and the cost of daycare annually to see if the decision just became very simple. Now it's time to decide if you can live as a family on one income. Before you stop working, act as if you are only receiving your husband's income and budget accordingly. Try living on one income for 6 months. Not only will this allow you to put money to the side, but it will also allow you to see if living on one income is even a feasible option. If your family is struggling on the one income, see where you can cut back on some expenses. If you find that you need more than one income, is there a way for you to work from home? This is a viable option for many women. Remember the reason you're at home, though. This is not the time to start a business that is going to take 80 hours a week, okay? You want a job that is flexible and allows you to work around those nap times, at least until your children are older and in school. When they are school age, that will give you more time to focus on your work during those hours at school. We have to be honest with ourselves when making such a big decision. So we have to talk about the practicalities of this. Do you have any debt? While this should not dissuade you from having children, you should evaluate the answer to this question. It will take longer to get out of debt on one income. It also puts more pressure on your husband. Just be aware of this if you are in this situation. You may decide that you are still a couple years out from having children or staying home with them, and now is the time instead to attack the debt so it's gone before you're home with your kids. Now is the time to get creative. Is there something you can get rid of to make the transition easier? Do you have a car payment or a vacation home that you could get rid of to make this dream come true? Don't let material things get in the way of what really matters for your family. Remember what you are sacrificing for. The final question to ask is, do you have a plan for retirement? Now, I know it may be a little ways off, but we don't want living on one income to put such a burden on your family that your husband has to work all his life. Make sure you have a plan for your future as a couple. Is there enough room in the budget for money to still go into the retirement fund once debt is gone? Look forward to the future as well as the present. Some of these questions may apply to you, and others may not. Just remember your why for staying home and figure out how to make it work for your family. Life is about choices. The choices we make now will affect our future. Work with your family to see what is the best for you as a unit. You've got this. Check out livinglifethrifty.com for more tips on saving money and reaching financial freedom.